Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hey everybody, it's Tuesday night, time for another live Wicked Horror Show. I'm Kevin, and this week we're joined by Angel from That Strange Show.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Hello. And of course, Tony Has Nine Fingers.
What is going on, people?
And we're still waiting on our guests there on the West Coast, so the time difference is a little different, but they're coming on. We're going to have two of the people actually, one of them just jumped on right now. We have
How's it going, guys?
Oh, they're both there.
Hey guys.
Hello.
How are you?
Should you stick in there?
Yeah.
Sorry, it took us a second to get on.
That's okay. So Tony, do you want to introduce our special guests?
Sure. From the short film, which everybody should have checked out right now, it's on YouTube. Pizza Panic Party. From Gorgasma, we have
That's us, Gorgasma.
Heather Mages and Mark Villalobos. Hopefully I said that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, usually I mess up the names, pronunciations many a time. So
No,
as
you
long
did
as
You're
I
getting good, Tony. You're getting
Thank
good,
you.
Tony.
Yeah,
getting good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
How you guys
Only
doing?
compliment. Pretty good.
Good, man.
How are you? You made a pretty awesome short.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had fun.
We were I was talking to Angel, that's Chaos Mantis down there.
Yeah,
I was talking to Angel about it, and I was going through your IMDb's yesterday. I was like, holy crap, these
both
these
of you
two have
guys.
worked.
Yeah, both of
You guys have worked.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a bit.
Apparently. Yeah.
We've been in the film industry for a long time. Mark, a little bit longer than myself. I'm probably 25. My goodness, right? 30. You. It's giving away our age, but
Yeah, we've been doing it for 90s, since the 90s.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
and then we
pretty,
decided that we wanted to start doing our own stuff. That's the birth of Gorgasma.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's very interesting. Like for a short, obviously, and that's the thing. So the short is like Tony had said, it's on YouTube now.
Yeah.
It's only just a little under 10 minutes.
Yep.
And
9:37.
you get a lot done in that short amount of time.
Right.
And it's very impressive and very like, oh my goodness. Like it's yeah. So besides wanting to do your own thing on the effects, was there anything else that that lit the fire under you to start Gorgasma? Like
Yeah.
Oh,
you're doing
yeah.
a store and other stuff as well on top of that.
Say that again?
You guys are I saw that you guys are going to be doing a store and some other things.
Well, we first started, we were kind of like, we want to do, we kept saying we want to make a platform, we want to have a place where fans could actually get involved with the short or whatever it is. And then we saw that movies nowadays, people are not looking up at movies. They're looking down into their iPads and they're looking down on their phones, and that's how they're getting their entertainment. And I was like, that's where we're going to target right there. We're going to get people to see the stuff that we want to make the way we want to see it. And we were tired of like the same kind of horror. It seems like everything is a weird, pale-faced, skinny person running around half naked. It's either a little kid or an old lady, So we were like, let's make something fun, something youthful. We're gonna like try and get like that Gremlins, Ghostbusters feel back. We're gonna try and make it to where it feels timeless. And I had a lot of experience working on Crypt TV.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that Crypt TV
Yeah.
ended up turning into their IPs, I ended up creating a lot of that stuff. And then I was like, wait a second, I'm just gonna make my own stuff. Because, they started angling towards like kind of more
Really young now,
yeah, they're really young now. They're going
which is fine. That's cool.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
I know. Yeah, I know they were doing like the lore stuff with like some of the like you said, with the young adult type of leaning to it. Which I've seen a bunch of the shorts over there, and they got some cool stuff going on too.
Yeah, totally. We were kind of like, we're horror fans. We want to see certain things that we're not seeing. So we just decided we're going to start doing that. And
and like originally it's like Mark and I started when we first started Gorgasma, it was a 3-page online magazine that we just thought was funny.
yeah,
And then it birthed into, because we were like making up movies and movie titles and having fake interviews, and it was just something fun that we did, and it just kept evolving.
yeah, it was kind of like Mad Magazine meets Fangoria.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is that all still available? Because I would really like to check into that.
It is. We have one, and we're planning on doing some more too. But
yeah,
like it's not a full magazine, and it's just like 3 pages long. But yeah, I mean,
they're
fun.
Yeah, we made these crazy things, and Pizza Panic Party was actually one of them. And we were like, these are so fun. I think we should just make one. So we started we said, let's do Pizza Panic Party because it's like young girls, pizza, mutants.
Yeah, so that's why we did Pizza Panic Party first.
Yeah, because it hit like a lot of things. And then there was merchandise tie-in too. So we were going to make merchandise. We wanted to make really crazy merchandise and offer stuff that people would be like, I can't believe they're selling that.
Yeah.
And hopefully eventually we do get to do that.
Yeah, like on the next one, I think we're putting together it's not a Pizza Panic Party, it's another thing. It's kind of like, certain it's like a more action kind of thing.
Okay.
And so we're going to be offering like flamethrowers.
Interesting.
Just weird stuff.
Just some fun stuff. It's really like stuff that we want to see out there. And we think that other people would dig it too.
Yeah, you'll burn you'll burn your eye out, kid.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. Like, it's just fun things like flamethrowers that we want to see out there. Like, because
it's
just
cool.
Funny
like,
to me.
It's Agents of
we
Chaos.
do have one mock-up of a flamethrower, so it's really fun. It's all blood splattered. It says Gorgasma down it.
I'm assuming
really
that
cool looking.
Are they non-functioning flamethrowers?
No, they'll be functioning.
Oh, snap.
What are we doing here, bro? Like, of course.
Soon.
Yeah.
First off, real quick, Sergio's in the chat. He's here all the time. He wants to say hi. So
Hi, Sergio.
What's up, Sergio?
And, well, yeah, that's pretty dope. I saw you had like the trucker hats, like a bunch of different trucker hats that were like parodies on famous pizza places and
yeah.
I'm looking on the site right now, GORGAZMA.com.
Yeah, and a lot of that is like from
There's one of those hats.
The awesome mind of
we have a great. This one is the gourmet Pizza Panic Party. Horror delivered in 10 minutes or less.
Yeah. That was on the box of the pizza.
Right? Yeah. And we're going to be offering those pizza boxes soon too. They come with like a T-shirt, a bunch of stickers. We're going to have a
one of our collector's cards in it. That's really fun.
It's kind of like a Garbage Pail Kid.
Yeah. I saw that listed.
Yeah. And then we're going to be releasing the last like kind of little leg of Pizza Panic Party is we're releasing it's a collector's bootleg Ninja Turtle toy.
Yeah, it's
going to be pretty
really fun.
Yeah, so it's going to look like a Playmate's old 90s toy.
Yeah. It's actually
80s toy.
Yeah, 88.
And then we're going to make it like Margot instead of what's her name?
April
O'Neil.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And there's like pizza, Ninja Turtles, mutants, pizza. It's a little bit of a tie-in.
Yeah.
The brain creature looks like Krang.
Nice. There's there's a huge market just for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so,
right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we want stuff that's like, you know, you'd have to be a big company to create that stuff, but we've been doing this stuff for so long. I've been doing stuff for theme parks and toy development and video games.
Yeah,
And
besides working in the film industry
Yeah.
too. So we have a little bit of that experience too that we're just bringing into this, you know, and
That's the thing. So it
That's
sounds
the-
like you're taking, like you said, you know, 20 plus years of experience and like applications, and then you're applying it to all the shit that you love and that you've
Right.
like, and just harnessing that power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To create.
well, you know, we want
as best we can.
Yeah. Well, you know, like there's
Hard.
there's
It's
certain
not
things
easy.
you
Oh.
want, you know, that nobody's
Yeah.
giving you, and you gotta make
You
it.
got to satiate yourself. So we're trying our best to do that in the hopes that other people can dig it with
Like-
us, you know?
No, I mean,
Your
so
site
so I'm looking at.
looks
Yeah.
pro as hell, and
Yeah,
that the short's only been up for like 4 months, and it's already
That's
got
what
like
I was gonna
300,000 views. Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. So like, this is legit, like your first outing as you guys, right? As like
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
pod, and like, I mean, in 4 months, 342 views. I turned it on. I watched it, and like, not to give too much away because it is 9 minutes long only,
Yeah.
and but like, you know, it starts off as like seemingly one thing, and then like, but when it fucking
Hits.
when it hits, it was
Yeah,
like-
when
it's
you,
hard.
when you
I was
flip the
like-
tape, right?
yeah, I was like,
I'm
This is
glad you guys
awesome.
like it.
yeah, no, and like you said,
Yeah.
like you ticked a lot of boxes off, you know, and like a little bit of nostalgia, you know, and like, you know, pizza in the room with friends type of deal, you know, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you want
That's awesome.
we want it relatable, but we want it to be like, you know, the craziest shit could happen right in your own living room.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to go into a crazy hospital down in the basement, you know. That was the beauty of The Exorcist, you know. It happens in a little girl's bedroom.
Yep.
And that was kind of
Some major shit goes down and it's
Yeah.
scary as shit.
yeah,
Mm.
so it's like we're like, okay, well, it doesn't matter where they're at or what's going on. We could turn it like that once we decide to just add the effects and add the music and add the stuff. And we had a great director, Graham Denman.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
Graham did
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, he was great. He's an old friend of mine. We did
Yeah, we
TV
go way
together.
back. Yeah, Graham and him did a couple Crypt TV things together. We've known Graham for a really, really long time.
that's awesome.
And he's super talented, and you know, I'm sure he'll be doing some more stuff with us too.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, why not? If this is what you guys
yeah.
are doing, like out
This is the
gate,
first outing. Yeah,
yeah,
imagine.
yeah. So like,
And
and this is on your terms too. So like, that's the key here, right? So like, you guys have
Totally.
cultivated like a circle of people that are very talented, and now it's time for you guys to show what you guys are gonna do.
Totally. And we
Yeah, we're very lucky to have to be surrounded by great people with awesome talent. And then, you know, not only that too, like there's so many talented people out there
Yeah,
Mm.
that we want to meet new talent, work with them, you know, and really just make cool shit
yeah.
for
Mm.
people to watch and enjoy,
and buy cool shit.
you know, and
Yeah.
that's
I carry on
That's
that.
And
I want
that's
to own cool shit, so sell it to me. Yes, please.
and
Well,
that's
you know, I mean, it's like there's things that, like, you know, I felt like you're not going to ever you get a movie made, right? And it takes a year of your time or more, and you spend all your money, and then by the time the movie comes out, it's almost like you've been through a car accident. You're healing, you know.
There's a trauma to it.
It's a trauma, and you're kind of like, I don't even want to hear the name of that movie anymore.
Yeah,
unless you're like a really, really big fan of
Yeah,
course, then
yeah.
you'll
Unless it's really good, then you're like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to tell
no,
everybody.
I get it. I get it from playing music, being in bands and that kind of stuff. You know, like you're in the studio, and like you're playing the song over and like checking in, like, you know, by the end of it, it's like, okay,
I don't want to hear this song ever
then,
again.
And then, you know, then you find out you got some shows booked, and then you got to go play, which is still fun, but like this the tedious nature
Yeah.
of like the build that can.
Yeah, the song you worked so
Um,
hard on, you're like, I can't wait to get this one over with.
Yeah. Speaking of music, did you guys like the soundtrack?
Yes.
Yes.
That was this Joseph Bashara. He did The Conjuring and Insidious.
All right.
Amongst other awesome things, but those are like the two.
Yeah. He
How did that
actually plays
happen?
the creature.
You've worked with him before?
What's up?
I'm assuming you guys worked with him before, previously?
No, that was
We
Graham's
just
hookup.
met him through Pizza
Wow.
Panic Party, and him and Graham are really good friends, and we're super grateful to. He's such a cool dude,
Yeah.
uber talented, and the soundtrack is like one of my favorite things of Pizza Panic Party.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
it's definitely appropriate. It
It like transports you right into that time. It's like, okay, I feel like I'm in the 80s right now, that like synth music to it, and it's just like it I mean, especially at that point, it's just like now I feel like I'm in that time, and it's just, like Angel was saying, you're at a in one spot having pizza, and we've all been there at one point, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, I didn't expect that to happen. But
Yeah.
Yeah, there really wasn't much time for story. That's why the girls are kind of like trope characters, so you immediately know who they are.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, at least that's what we tried to do with them, like have the typical 80s tropes.
Yeah. No, you hit, like I said, you take off those boxes, like, because 9 minutes. There's not a lot of world building that you could do in that, so you got to get like right
But
to the
you
meat.
can already tell what kind of person the girls are in a very short amount of time.
Leather jacket, switchblade. What the fuck you say to me?
That's the Tuscadero, the leather Tuscadero of the whole outfit. She's the cool one.
Right.
And then you got what's you have Margot, who is the kind of not goody two shoes, but kind of goody two shoes.
Yeah,
because I don't know.
She's just like your regular like 80s kind of chick,
like, hey guys,
like
let's just have fun.
You would have been the chick that was really into Madonna back in the 80s,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Speaking of chicks that were into Madonna, Wolfie's in the 13th Man is in
what
the
up, Wolf?
is in the chat, and he's saying I dig the Fulci like zombie in the background of Mark. So the the painting on the wall.
One? Oh
no,
yeah,
that one.
this,
Oh, I thought it was the paint. I thought I was talking about the painting. Yeah, what is that?
This.
Yes.
Or this.
I don't know. I think he's talking about the mask now that I'm looking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
good.
Was that you guys were selling some masks on the website? Was this one of them?
No.
This is from a friend of mine, Justin Mabry. He owns Trick or Treat Studios.
Oh,
okay.
And
this is one of his
I've heard of them.
folks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then a really good friend of ours by the name of Dan Rebert painted him and put a little extra little fabrication on him, and
yeah, he looks
here he is.
It's supposed to be the Shock Monster. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
Yeah.
It's an old like famous monsters character.
Okay.
It would be in the back of the Fangoria magazines.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I have one around here somewhere, but yeah.
He's saying very Fulci. So that's
yes,
a positive.
it is.
Yeah.
That's a good that's a compliment.
Yeah,
we're
Fulci.
We're Fulci fans, zombie fans. I mean, we're huge horror fans, and love, of course, the art of horror. I mean, hence why both of us, became makeup effects artists a long time ago, and we met professionally. Maybe 2001, maybe. Yeah. And throughout those years, worked on and off, and here we are now.
Nice.
With Gorgasma.
The masks that we're selling are kind of a link to kind of a classic part of our thing. We want to explore those characters later. Maybe through some comic books, or maybe through like
maybe just like a quickie little
short of some sort. If we can,
that's even shorter than Pizza Panic Party. Maybe it's like just 2 minutes long or something, just fun to watch and absorb.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Almost like a little stinger, like almost
exactly
something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also Sergio is asking if we have a trailer. We don't have a trailer. The short is under 10 minutes long.
Yeah,
so Sergio, after the show, if you go into the show notes The link is right there. You can
Go
just
to
click on it.
@GORGAZMA too, and you'll see it
That
right
link
there.
is there. Yeah, that link is in the notes as well. So you can click on Gorgasma. You can go right to watch. It was to say like watch here or something. And you can watch it right there.
Watch
Watch
cool
it.
shit.
We were cruising at like 300,000 views like in 3 weeks.
Yeah, honest to God, you guys, I couldn't believe how fast it was coming in. I was like, holy shit, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then we were at San Diego Comic-Con, and it was like, I think it was on our drive back, all of a sudden email comes in from YouTube. They accepted us really quickly as like
Partners.
whatever, you know how they do that. It says it'll take like 4 or 5 business days. But it happened like really quick, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, sweet. And then the email came in, and they were like, oh, well, this is age restricted, and, you know, basically gave us a slap on the wrist, and then gave all the timestamps of why it's age restricted. And then they were like, oh, and yeah, we're going to pull it out of the algorithm too. So then it was like, brr, you know.
All right, so then we got to talk about it.
Exactly. Well, that's
because in all on I can understand like things are for kids and whatnot, like, and they make that YouTube for kids. It's for little kids.
Yeah.
But it's like when
it's not even. There's like swearing and stuff all over that because I work in a homeless shelter and the kids are on that stuff constantly. And I'm hearing F-bombs and everything from these cartoons.
I can only imagine. I mean, if I was a kid, I would sneak on too, like whatever. Like when I was a kid, my sneaking was sneaking down the hallway, knowing that my brothers and sisters were watching a horror movie that I wasn't allowed to watch, you know, but I had to see what it was. And, but I hate that social media is so like when it comes to art, it's like, no, but like naked chicks are okay. But you know, horror is not, when it's all fantasy, it's not real. That,
No,
that could work in your favor because you look at like Terrifier. They didn't want to put it out anything, and then people are here and people are passing out in the theaters, and that's actually driving people to go and see it. So if you're on YouTube and it's like too crazy for YouTube, I mean, the problem is with the algorithm that happens, but with horror TikTok, that's how I first heard of the short, is because there's a huge community, like a horror movie community on TikTok. And I heard about it like from 5 or 6 different people, and I'm like, I got to check this thing out. And then I checked it out, and I'm like, I love this. Then I told Kevin about it, and he's like, I already saw it. And then I guess Angel saw it too, and it's just like, you know, everybody should at least, I mean, and it's 9 minutes long, you know, a little under 10 minutes, where it's not like you got to sit there forever. It's like, it's awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
You know, and the idea was,
that makes me happy.
The idea was we wanted it to be really quick and really like easy to share and very digestible, because we knew we had something really great, you know, like our DP, Zach.
Yeah, Zach Voides, super talented.
God, he made a piece of rubber look like a real awesome thing, you know, and it was always like things that were simple ended up being beautiful things in the short, you know.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we want to do. We want to make sure that even the production part is more more than what YouTube would expect.
Yes.
Yeah. Which for us right now, that's going to be hard to do on everything because that costs money.
Yeah.
And right now we are still bootstrapping.
Yep.
With hopes of, I mean, it's not going to be like that forever.
Right.
But yes, because we're going to be doing some more things, but it's, for instance, we called Pizza Panic Party one of our masterpieces, you know, with slices and slivers as well. Right. So slices and slivers will, you know, be like a couple minutes long, as opposed to one of our shorts could be, you know, 10 or 15, you know.
Yeah.
Because we have, you know, a bunch of cool stuff in the works, like creating these characters and creatures and whatnot for upcoming things. It's just takes a little time, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
So in the meantime, we wanted to put out like shorter little bits, you know.
Yeah.
No,
so like we can have another short.
And to go back to, you know, what was said earlier, like you're attacking like the source again, because with everybody in a hustle and bustle, and like everything has to be quick and like grab you by the neck right away, and like tick certain boxes. Like, yeah, serving them up bite-sized stuff throughout while you're still building, and like it's easier for people to digest like who you are and what you're trying to put out there, with little bite sizes. Then eventually when things start getting bigger, more people are into you guys and what you are as a group, or you've added other people to it, then you can hit them with the bigger projects and like the full feature stuff, because they're aware of what you do and what you're serving, so
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, we are obviously in the process of just trying to get as many eyeballs on us,
for sure.
and then that eyeball going, hey, these guys seem cool. I like it. Cool. I'll follow, or maybe not my thing, or, but just trying to, acquire a community of people that will be like excited for another slice sliver or another short to come out.
No, for sure.
Yeah, and we're preferring quality over quantity, which is not optimal for
Social media.
But I think that after we get, our financing in place and we get a couple, like maybe some features out there, and we're able to kind of monetize things in different ways, I think the content will come faster.
Yeah.
And especially we're going to be working with new musicians, new band, new directors.
Yeah, directors,
editors.
music, artists. I mean, really, you guys, like at the core of Gorgasma, I always say this, but I believe it. Like, I look at us as a dark art collective, because we just want to get with other amazing artists that are into this shit,
Right.
Yeah. There used to be a time where I'm in Mass, Angel's in Mass, Tony's in New Jersey, but there was a time, again, going back to the 90s, where you would find art collectives all over Massachusetts, and they're just not there anymore. I miss it.
I know. Yeah, because back in the 90s, it would be in warehouses, and like 15 people would be living in one, and with the parties every weekend. I know, I miss those days.
We had it was an all ages club called the Worcester Artist Group, and
nice.
But they would have like touring bands would come through, like
love it.
Like the first Mighty Mighty Bosstones video was filmed there, and like
right on.
Like Dinosaur Jr. would play there, and like whatever, like all these bands that were like bigger would come to this spot because it was all ages, and you would get to play the younger kids, and it was sick. But then there would be people doing like, there would be art exhibits during the week, and there would be like, other whatever. It was awesome. But real quick, Wolfie commented, because I guess he looked up IMDb for Mark real quick. Worked on Shredder with and his buddy Fang's cousin also worked on it as a set decorator. He's also pointing out that you've done a ton of his favorite films, like The Prophecy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm the only one that's worked on all the prophecies.
Oh really?
Oh really?
Yeah, like I did. I worked on the first one, the second one, the third one. I think there's a fourth one, but they don't want to talk about it. They didn't even put it on the Blu-ray.
Is there a fourth one?
I think so.
You didn't work on that one though, because they don't want to admit
work
it,
on that one, but I don't. If they don't count it, I'm not counting it.
Right, and then someone who goes by Unknown. He loved the movie. He or she loved the movie.
Yeah.
Also, Wolfie. Unnamed. Sorry.
Yeah. Then Unnamed is asking how much the budget was. I don't know if that's something you would discuss or not.
To be honest with you, I mean, we haven't fully added it up, but maybe it was at 40
or 50K.
Okay.
It looked like it would be a lot more. Like, like I said, from when I first saw it, just a whole ambiance, and then that second half just picked up big time.
Yeah,
and it's one of those things too, where especially like we've always said, it doesn't matter, how much you have. It's if you know what you work, like know what to do, what you work, like what you have. It's like one of those situations where a lot of the times, they hide. It's like, okay, here's a horror movie, but it's implied horror where someone will get killed, but it'll be like a splatter on the wall. It's like, okay, I got killed. This one was just like all up in your face, and it's just like I was just like, oh, okay, I didn't expect to see this in a,
Oh, good.
YouTuber in a short, and I'm just like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm glad that was unexpected for you, because really, anything that we do and it's going to come out, it's all about practical effects.
I love it. I love it.
Creatures, animatronic heads. And if we do use any visual effects, we call it like the sugaring. It's just a tiny little
icing.
It's not.
Just to sweeten it. Just to sweeten it.
Yeah, just to sculpt it out.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're all about. And there's been countless times, and I don't want to like name things or whatever, but working on other bigger stuff, and it's like, why did they shoot it like that? It's this beautiful fucking thing, you didn't, or it's like gone in 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's gone.
And it's like.
Well, we both worked on a show called Legacies, which was like the Vampire Diaries third installment.
Yeah, it was a CW show.
Yeah, and they would have us make these giant creatures and giant stuff, and then they would die like in 2 seconds, and it was only like they only get 1 day of shooting. We worked on this thing for 3 months, and then all of a sudden it's gone like in 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's in
and then when we saw what they shot, we were like, "What the hell did they make us make this for?"
It was shot really great. Everybody was awesome, but just for that fact, it was like, "What the? Why?"
Like, yeah, we got paid, but we created this. We want people to see.
Yeah, I want people to see this.
Yeah, or of course, like we have it in our heads, like what would be really cool on camera and how to get it. And oh my god, like go a close up for here, and that's just other people's views.
Yeah. That's got it. Not frustrating, but it's got to be like, damn it. I wish they showed a little bit more of that.
Yeah,
I hit it with that good stuff.
Hopefully you guys get your own like shots of stuff. Like
So
Wolfie had to step in. Wolfie had to step in and be the human encyclopedia that he is. And wanted to let us know that there's 5 prophecy films.
5, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Wolfie, get out of here! 5.
Literally, get out. No, I'm just kidding. Don't get out. He's on the West Coast as well. He's over in Washington State. And then the unknown person. What he's asking if you had an inspiration for the film. That is.
We did. We absolutely did.
What was the inspiration?
Well, a while back, now it's Midjourney, right? The AI. We were seeing these like crazy images come up on Instagram, and we found out that it was Midjourney, but it was before it was released to the public. And Mark and I got accepted into one of their beta programs to like just help test it. We didn't really even know what it was, but then it spit out a picture and it's literally a couple chicks in a diner with holding this pizza, and it's like melted off and like into their mouth, and like their mouths are becoming pizza and coming down. And we were like, holy shit, look at this picture. Wouldn't it be funny if there's some crazy pizza?
Well, they were also bloody. They were like,
totally bloody.
Why did they make these chicks eating pizza all bloody?
Because it was like the sauce, but it turned into blood.
Yeah.
And so we were like, it's some sort of like pizza panic party.
Yeah. We didn't want it to be pizza.
But
Pizza Party Panic, because that sounds like a 50s film.
But beyond the AI photo that kind of like just got our minds.
That just sparked it.
It's Fiend Without a Face.
That's right.
The old.
Look it up, and then you guys can see what we're talking about.
It's a girl that has like the brains and stuff coming out. If you watch it, it's an old movie, black and white.
Black and white.
But it's kind of been taken from that.
I love that.
I used to do a podcast with some friends called Black and White Fright. That was we only would review old black and white movies, and I think we may have done that one. I loved doing the show, and then eventually, like, we ran out. I'm like, no, we didn't run out.
No, there's so many.
We didn't run out, but we ran out of really good ones. Like,
sure.
Like, there's a lot of bad ones out there, but. We would invite people
so
on, and they would pick awesome ones, and then be like, all right, now we have like 4 episodes of just like schlock, and then it's like we have to invite like Ben from Fright Rags on.
Classic.
Yeah.
I think your guys' best episode was the Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, my God, I loved that as a kid.
Were you on? Were you on for that?
I was on. I was guest on that.
I'm trying to remember the actually Ben from Fright Rags. He always came in with some like real home runs, but he misses coming on too. That sucks.
No, relax.
But anywho,
that sounds like fun though. That podcast.
Yeah, I miss it. But whatever. Who am I? Who am I to complain? I was just part of the show.
But you guys have this awesome podcast now.
I know. No, I do. This has been going on forever. It was like a little side project thing that me and some friends were doing. But like always, they give up. But you know what I'm gonna do after this show is I'm gonna email them and I'm gonna say, hey, I talked about Black White Fright. He said it sounded like a great idea. By the way, check out this short film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You know, there's so many like cool ideas out there that we don't feel like have even been touched on.
Yeah.
And we want to kind of bring snippets of that stuff, and so we're glad you guys like Pizza Panic Party because we're gonna keep bringing it. Like I said, we're choosing quality over quantity, and you know, we hope that these things eventually they're IPs that'll be turned into movies, they'll be turned into TV shows, or whatever it is, you know. But we're not really trying to be a production company, you know. We're trying to be more of like a lifestyle branding of horror, you know. And it's like
because I think like eventually it'd be great, you know, to hold like cool events and you know, even like really awesome like Halloween parties and stuff. Eventually, you know, that has some really cool fun things, and it's not only West Coast, it's on East Coast, you know, it travels and then it's streamed. So even like, you know, the 14-year-old kid that's sitting in Utah can watch it, and it's like, you know what I mean, just to include everybody.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job with that too. You're talking about little like action figures and stuff. Like nowadays, everybody tries to do the, you know, the throwbacks or like the reboots or something, and they try to change it for the younger audience. It seems like you guys are starting from the, you know, it hit all of us because we all grew up in the 90s and stuff. I think that's what I think it's for a little like the older group. But you're also hitting the younger group as well. You're doing it right. You're doing it now. They're trying to get the younger group and bringing the old, like the older, like people from the '90s to follow. It should be the opposite way. Like it should be for our generation, and it's also for the younger generation. They like it too.
If you think about it,
totally.
If you think about it, like Frankenstein and Dracula and all those characters, Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, Leatherface, they have had a longer run than Frankenstein and those guys when they were popular. They were like 30 years, and then all of a sudden it was, you know, the new characters. Well, no, those new characters are so old that now the new ones are coming, and they're for the younger kids. They're getting the Terrifier.
Yeah.
They're going to get a Pizza Panic Party. They're going to get, you know, the new stuff that's coming out. Our favorite movie that we just saw was The Substance. Have you guys seen that?
I have not seen that yet, but
I've heard good things.
Oh,
yeah.
It's really good. So when you guys get a chance, it's really good.
It's good. It's good. You know what it is? Like in my messed up mind, it's a big budget version of Basket Case.
It is in a little bit of a sense.
All right.
Like if you like Basket Case, you might like this because it's just like siblings and weird.
Yeah. Instead of twins, and one's a Basket Case twin, it's clones, and
it's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really well done, and it's beautifully shot, and
and I heard Demi Moore was excellent in it.
She did so good. She was amazing in it.
You know, like I didn't know you could do stuff like that. I was like, man, these girls are like naked with prosthetics on and crazy stuff going on.
I didn't expect Demi Moore to get fully naked and have all these crazy prosthetics on, and I was like, damn. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a big fan now.
Yeah, she's willing to go that extra mile to bring you to a new universe.
Both of them did. Both of
them did. To me, it's the best horror movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, haven't seen Terrifier 3 yet because I know. I mean, that's what everybody. Have you guys seen it?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Like they all ran to go see Terrifier.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Well, that's
what do you guys think?
We've had them. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
We go we go back a ways with those guys. Like, so
Awesome.
yeah, but they like, if anything, we're just super proud of them that
I
they're
love that.
yeah,
So it's
they're
been,
wicked
that's-
nice guys, you know. Wicked
And
nice
I
guys.
don't know them at all, but I already like I feel that for them because I know how hard it is, right? So,
yeah,
and I know what is the main gentleman's name?
Damien.
Damien.
Leone.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
Effect artist.
Yes, he's an effects artist,
He's
Yep.
effects and
I
Phil
know that
Falcone.
like he's busted his ass his whole life, and then with that first Terrifier, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's been great.
It wasn't a quick success like people think. He's
No,
been doing it for a
that's,
long.
That's right.
Yeah,
And it's hard ass work.
Yeah,
yeah,
well
and that's
deserved.
Yeah.
that's the thing. People think, like now everybody's, like they're still independent because they own the rights to everything and like all that
That's
stuff.
great.
But like at the same time, they've just entered into mainstream.
Yeah.
From like the end of Terrifier 2 and like, that residual into Terrifier 3, and now it's like, like, and it's been awesome, like to see that, like you
they
said,
were the number one movie in
bootstrapping.
America
Yeah, bootstrapping
for independent movie,
and it's just working, putting the work in and showing up for it.
Absolutely.
You know why it works? Because he's a fan of the genre.
That's
Yeah.
right.
He wasn't hired to do the movie.
That's
He
right.
is the movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's why
And that's a big difference to why it's so successful as opposed to coming from, Universal or Paramount or something. And,
Yep.
they get all these people on it and they're like, nah, I'm not really a horror fan, but I'll do this.
I guarantee you,
Yeah,
they
they're
would have
all-
made him cut some stuff out.
Yeah, they're all, even the other guys from Fuzz on the Lens, they're all fans of the genre.
Yeah, they have a movie called Stream.
Yeah, Stream.
It's the Damien worked on the special effects for that movie, and it's got a lot of the,
it's got David D. Wallace.
Yeah, David
got
Howard
a
Thornton
whole
plays Art the Clown is in that as well, but he's
awesome.
yeah, but he's not, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
It's not like
He's
yeah.
not in makeup.
Yeah,
The actor.
He's but it also has like a lot of the horror, like D. Wallace was in it, and Tony Todd, and a whole bunch of people. So.
Yeah.
shit ton of
Oh
people.
yeah, no, we're gonna see it. We've just been so busy
Oh yeah.
I went to see
because
it in the
I'm
theater
all
by
about
myself.
supporting it, and it makes me happy that it's so popular because that's such a great win for horror.
Yep.
For sure.
And
if he's
that's
the
the thing.
Joker-
I was actually you mentioned what was it? What was the movie you just mentioned that you said was the best movie you've seen this year?
Substance.
Yeah. So that's more mainstream actors and actresses doing horror. Like there's been some stinkers that have come out, but still at the same time too, horror is making a pretty gigantic resurgence. And I think it's because of the independent scene.
100.
Oh yeah.
100%.
And there's been some good stuff.
Comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because like
Yeah.
even like you got Cuckoo, because you still got like what's still independent, but they're still like touched a little bit by the big
Yes.
machine, but you got like Long Legs, Cuckoo, fucking like Blink Twice, I think
Barbarian.
Barbarian, like all these
Barbarian
type of
shit.
Yeah, I love Barbarian. That's a great
and
one.
like then you get McAvoy's with Speak No Evil remake, and like and even like Smile 2, but that guy started, Parker, he started with Laura Hasn't Slept, which is a 10-15 minute short that got optioned for, and they turned it into the feature Smile, and then that did well. So like
Yep.
Yeah,
Smile was very popular.
there is a lot of movement currently right now, and like
Yes.
A24 films too. They're more independent, and they got their own little horror branch on there.
That's right. They sure do.
Yeah.
And people really dig the A24 films, like we were saying the other day, how like people will say, oh, it's an A24 film, and you don't hear that with other.
I'm one of those
says,
people.
oh, it's a Paramount film.
Yeah. Oh, it's Universal.
It's Universal. I can't wait to be disappointed.
That's right. It's Warner Brothers. Yeah.
Hooray, you've ruined my childhood.
And I think
I love
that's
the Universal
awesome.
Classic Monsters, so it's like, what do you? You've destroyed.
Oh, do you like the Tom Cruise, The Mummy? You didn't like that one?
No, I don't like Tom Cruise. But well, first off, John Ranella is saying hi to Tony.
What up?
Someone's asking if we're going to see the Heretic. Who's going to see the Heretic?
With Hugh Grant.
I heard really good things about that one.
Yeah, someone was saying Hugh Grant is fucking scary.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys heard this. I don't know what your thoughts on if it's just like, okay, horror's back in now, so now we can do this. But there was 28 days later, 28 weeks later. They're coming out with a 28 years later.
Oh hell yeah!
But that's been in the works for a long time.
For like the last 28 years, it seems.
Yeah, it has. Which I love that director. Why I can't? Oh, Danny Boyle. I love Danny Boyle films.
But like all the the people that have gone on to be large actors and stuff, they're coming back. Like the dude was he in Penny Dreadful? Oh no,
we're talking about Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders.
Oh wait,
it's on the tip of my tongue.
Cillian Murphy.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. He was just in that Barbenheimer.
He was right. Oppenheimer. Yeah, the Barbenheimer.
It's like a mixture of Barbarian and Oppenheimer. It's
no, Barbie. Remember? You don't remember
Barbie because
they both came out at this.
They both
came at the same time.
There was so much PR for both of those movies. Both of those, they just sunk so much money. Yeah. Both of those films were shoved down our throats.
Yeah. I didn't see either of them.
Same here.
I saw the Barbie movie.
Did you?
Did you?
I didn't know.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
really. My wife saw it.
It was entertaining. I'm just no lying.
So it was comedy at its best.
Yeah.
So with Pizza Panic Party, where we were talking about how in that 9 minutes you got each girl portrayed their little character as as best they could. Where did you find them? Because they each one played really good. Where did you work with them before, or they auditioned or whatever? Because
were you even involved in that? Well, you may not even been involved in that process.
No, we were involved in every single part of it.
Mainly, we produced Pizza Panic Party. Yes, we did the effects, but we didn't give ourselves an effects credit because we felt that was like
we didn't want to have our name like as
all over
everything. Yes. So that's why we didn't put ourselves there. And plus too, we've been doing that, our whole career. And
you're stepping into new levels into
right.
You're not trying to do like a plateau over. Like you do what you do, but you're trying to level up.
Yeah. But those girls,
Avery, who's Margot, we know because we got her into that other movie.
Yeah.
Which hasn't come out yet. I think it's gonna be really good. I don't know if you guys saw Butt Boy.
Yes.
Butt Boy.
That's put up by Dread Presents.
Why can't I his name? Tyler. I feel terrible. I'm live and I can't remember. He's awesome.
Tony's getting the movies behind him.
He's like, I got Butt Boy on physical media.
I love it. Media. Tony, man, Tony.
Pull out that Butt Boy.
Butt Boy has 9 fingers.
I actually did a review on TikTok and people were like, what the hell is this?
Oh, yeah.
They're like, I want to show you this movie called Butt Boy.
Now you're finally coming out as why you're on TikTok. You're the Butt Boy. I get it.
It's actually a really good movie. I mean, very low budget and whatnot, but I love it.
There's a lot of charm to some like micro budget horror. I love
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, we turned her into a creature for the new one that he's doing.
Yeah, which unfortunately we can't talk about. I mean, it's independent. There it is.
Here's Butt Boy.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, but I've seen that.
Tyler Cormack, is that it?
Tyler Cormack, yes.
Great.
Okay.
He's super talented. So he is written and directed, and it's more a comedy with a horror comedy. And but we met Avery prior to that because of something else that we have coming down the line soon with Gorgasma. And then they approached us, and for what this character creature needed to be, we thought Avery's going to be perfect for this. And she did great.
And then it was a way for us to test her to see if she could handle heavy prosthetics and still act. And she did great. So we're like, all right, she's the main girl.
Yeah, being able to, emote through this stuff, because sometimes you don't say a single word.
Yeah.
But it's all the emoting through, whether it's foam, rubber, silicone, whatever. And so Avery brought on Chea, who played Tracy, right? So we, they did what's called a self-tape,
Yeah.
Kira, who was Sandra. We did a little promo for Gorgasma like 6 months prior, and she showed up for that. I mean, and we put her in this crazy creature suit for that.
And then they were all so down with it.
They were all about it.
Yeah, and we treated them really well so that they understood that like we were treating these shorts like they're full-blown features. We don't take them lightly at all. It doesn't matter if it's a short to us, because it's really us telling a story, and it has nothing to do with the budget.
Yeah.
So we treated them really well. We told them, look, you guys are going to have to act like you're friends. You've known each other forever. We got them together.
Yeah, I know that Graham wanted to very much do, like, through a Zoom, a quick read-through with the girls, but with everybody's crazy schedule, unfortunately, that didn't get to happen, right? I don't think. Yeah. But Graham really talked to them a lot individually to get them all prepped and ready. And to answer your question, Tony, one more girl who, Sydney, who plays, what the hell's her name? Danette. Gosh. We found her through another, because Jeanette was actually one of our last people that we had to cast. So she got casted fairly, like, just maybe a week before. I mean, we really threw this together quick, you guys. Like, we prepped 2.5 weeks maybe prior and shot.
And then it was edited within the month of the next month, and then it premiered at Monsterpalooza.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I think Joseph Bashara was mentally putting the soundtrack together, and then he just blasted it out, and it was awesome. It was really cool.
Once he got the final cut, and then he just did his thing, and it was awesome. And and when I say, I mean, I can't express this enough. Like, we had the best crew because everybody were horror fans too, and they were everyone was so into it and so awesome and supportive, and I just loved our crew for that. That I just hope we can work with the same people all the time. They were doing great.
And the coolest thing was that after when we started to shoot, the whole crew was behind the monitor.
Yeah, everybody was like really getting into it.
They could see how good it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because our monitor, the image looked exactly like what is in the short.
Yeah, I mean, with some
small tweaks.
Small tweaks. But Zach, our DP, created that LUT for us.
I was going to say.
Showed him some inspiration of what we were kind of going for, and then Zach went with it.
Yeah. It was supposed to be kind of like a David LaChapelle color palette. So, like, he's a famous photographer back in the 90s.
All right.
Kind of, because there's a lot of those bright things.
Yeah. But we wanted it to be bright. We wanted our colors to be bright, not, like, saturated and the same. Yeah. We didn't want it to fall in the same thing as all the other stuff.
No, you definitely, like, there is, like, a vibe in this, because, like, and like having the conversation with your DP and building out, like, and showing you live while you're doing it what it's gonna look like, like you said, you had to do just a couple tweaks to it, to get it, through the edit. But like, when you're looking at, your monitor and stuff like that, and you're just like, wow, this looks killer, right off the rip, because you got all your colors already built in, you've already done like your lighting stuff, and
it's so exciting. Like the first time when on Margot, when she's screaming and then her head splits open and that brain comes up like really big. Well, for one, that was an accident that it was that giant because our bladder got stuck. But that moment was so fun because me and Mark, we can't see what's going on because we're prepping it all. Like, cameras in front. I'm way down by her feet. Mark's off to the side. We're
Blowing
going through the hose,
Yeah.
and squirting blood. Mark's doing like 3 things at once. I'm doing 2 things at once. And then everyone's like, yeah. And we're like, can we watch playback? And, they like show it to us. And we were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This would be fucking awesome.
Yeah. No, that was one of the things, like, when she says, like, get out, like, I could hear what it's thinking, and then it's just like, and that's why I was saying, like, it's seemingly like you think, like, because if you watch a lot of horror, you're like, there's expectations of like what something's gonna turn into or like look, but like you guys did not land there. You went farther than you know what I mean, and then you got into some territories that like I was like, this is awesome, and like looking at the work you've done before, like with some of the puppetry stuff, and like I could see that, like,
oh yeah,
just must have been so cool to try to like like this is what I see in my head, like this is what we like, and then like have it come to fruition. Like it's like you said earlier.
yeah.
Oh, it's so exciting to fully see it, because like telling Graham, like, hey Graham, like this is what we want to see for this section of it, and then he puts in his ideas, and we got Zach, involved, and then but when it all comes together, it's really exciting.
Yeah, we shot it like an 80s thing where we just put the head there and then put the camera. We didn't do some all-in-one movement thing. It was just like, let the effects just like linger for a while and let people enjoy it.
That was telling the story about how like you were like, I need something else, and then you just grabbed it.
Oh yeah,
I think this is funny.
The head, her head when it starts shaking. We had made this silicone head that was like a 3D scan of her head, and it looked beautiful, but because we were rigging it almost on the day, it started getting a little slumpy and lazy looking.
Not looking like Avery so much.
Yeah, so like, and we were trying to get it to open, and then this giant thing come out, and it was never going to work like that. We were kind of like, I don't know, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah.
But at one point, it wasn't looking like it was even alive. It was really tried, and it's trying to open. So like I just grabbed the hair from behind, and we just started shaking the hell out of it really hard, and then twisting it and moving it, and that brought the life to it, and that's when it started looking really scary, like when the head's opening.
Okay, so I think I know what the scene you're describing, because like there was that part where like it just like started splitting like down the middle, and like you can really see, and like the blood starts coming out, but there's still like a if it came across like she was still, the character was still trying to like retain like I'm still human here, you know what I mean? Like with like still have like the surprised look on her face, like you know what I mean, like is this really happening?
Really gonna happen?
Yeah. So it was like, hats off to you guys for that, because like it's
thanks.
Because like trying to put that together, like you could have all the vision in your head, you know what I mean, but if it's just if it doesn't turn out how you want it, it can be a little disheartening, or like not exactly, but like we're almost there, but like it's from your experience, you guys know what you're doing, and it shows. So
thank you.
Yeah, because sometimes things we make, they maybe it works great the first time, and something busts, and you're like, fuck, trying to fix it, and you really got to think outside the box and just be one of those people that can think outside the box.
And then it just fucking ends.
See, that's one of those things where we talk a lot with like short films. We're like, would this work as a a feature length? And this is one that I don't know. It works perfect with the short, but I could also see it.
You could also see.
I could also see it with a little bit more substance. Like when I was thinking, it was like the stuff for one of those like those things where it's like you're eating something and then everybody just
Yeah.
Or like what's it called? Street trash.
Yeah.
Where they're drinking the thing and they all like transform or whatever. I'm like, I could see that being this, but then I also see the short being like perfect, where it's I could see both. Like my brain was like, do I want more, or is this like did I get what I want? So
well, we are working on a feature script, and there's a company that's interested.
So we'll see. I mean, you guys, we don't know. It is not 100%, but you know, I mean, there's some really great ideas for it, and
you can maybe tell us off for record.
But the thing too is, like, everybody that's watched this short, usually sometimes it's like very polarizing, where it's like I loved it, and then other people are like I didn't get. Like every person I talk to that have seen this love it. So I have not heard any swaying whatsoever. How is you said you went to San Diego Comic-Con? How was the reaction there? Because it seemed like there was a lot of people.
So guys, that was amazing, because that was our first like going to a convention. Okay, so yes, we premiered it at Monsterpalooza, but we didn't have like a Gorgasma booth. You know, we premiered it the Friday night, their first night in their theater. And then we all hung out. We were just handing out stickers and hats to people. We had some extra free hats and shit. But then Comic-Con, we were there with Famous Monsters. And it was awesome, because a lot of people were like attracted to our table because of all the cool shit that was on it. It has this really great aesthetic. And like, that was awesome. And they were like, look, I don't know what Gorgasma is or Pete, but this is so fucking cool. And then we're giving out the garbage pail cards with a QR code right on the back that will just take you right to YouTube. And of course, then you didn't have to sign in because there was no age restriction on it. But then I would say, hey, if you guys are here the rest of the weekend, because they would go, oh, we'll watch it later. But you think people aren't going to fucking watch it, you know? But people
watch
did.
It now.
And then they would come back and they would be like, oh my God, you guys, I loved it. And then they would buy a t-shirt, a hat, one of the collector's garbage bill cards. And it was so awesome. Like, that was really like, shit. Like, I think people actually, you know, like they are digging our stuff, you know? And we had Nathan there, who is an amazing artist, Nathan Cabrera. He does our branding. So he did our logos and the cool hats. Sorry, I was... You know, and the other ones and some other stuff. And he's so talented. So he was there with us and it was like, fuck, this is awesome. So Comic-Con was really great. And then we had the two puppets on the table, the Margot silicone fake head puppet with the creature sitting right on top of it, you know? And people were like, whoa, what's this?
And at Comic-Con, you know, there's nothing like that.
Yeah, because it's not horror.
There's no horror or gore. It's all comic book heroes and anime.
There's some horror stuff, like, you know, Famous Monsters. Right, yes, but not like this. So
we stuck out like a sore thumb.
That's good.
It was really awesome.
That must have been like good for you, because it's like there's a break in the norm, right? So like, you know, of what they're expecting. Well, you know, they're going down the artist alley or, you know, vendor alley. You know, and there's like, what's Gorgasma?
Yeah.
What the hell is that thing?
That's right. What the hell is a Gorgasma?
And you know what's funny? It's like, you know, I'm a huge comic book fan. And like, I'm standing there and this guy's standing there and I'm huge. I'm a huge fan of Simon Beasley. I don't know if you guys even know who that guy is. He did Lobo. He did a lot of like really cool.
Big in the 90s. And as a big fan of his artwork too.
I'm a Lobo fan, you bastards.
Yeah, you bastards. Yeah.
That's right.
So like I was just standing there and I'm tired by this point. And then he comes up and he's talking to me and
in his British accent.
And I didn't realize who he was. I go, you like horror movies? I go, you can watch this. It's our pizza panic party and this and that. And I'm giving him the spiel, you know, and then he goes, whoa, this is all cool. I really like all this stuff. This is really great, you know. And he's like, then he goes, hi, my name's Simon Beasley. He gives me his card. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You are not Simon Beasley. Like, what are you doing just saying I'm Simon Beasley?
And Mark was like, Heather, Simon Beasley's here. And I got excited. I mean, I couldn't believe that he walked over and he was like, "This stuff's great. I'm gonna get some T-shirts. My girlfriend loves horror too." And we were like, "Oh my god!"
And Adam from school came over.
So we were fanboying and girling, you know.
You have to sometimes, you know.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Because like
Absolutely.
you meet some of these people that have influenced or like or unbeknownst to you have influenced you, to some extent, and it's like it's like there's
Absolutely.
because like those Lobo comic books back in my my younger years, like like Lobo in a thong with a denim vest and a big arm.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm gonna buy that.
And then with the chick Lobo, and
yeah.
it's badass with like muscles upon muscles upon muscles.
Yeah. Pusshead came by.
That's right. Pusshead came by too.
Oh, wow. Damn.
And
that San Diego. They bring it. They bring a lot of.
San Diego Comic-Con.
I don't even know what Pusshead looks like. I don't even know what Pusshead looks like, but I've owned so many things like that has his art on it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Pusshead is the shit. Well, I wouldn't have recognized him either, but our buddy Nathan Cabrera has worked with him before. So Nathan was like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey, it's Pusshead." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I
used to buy albums. I used to buy albums just because he did the art for it.
Oh yeah.
Which is funny because if you look at the Creature for Pizza Panic Party, when I was talking to Mikey when he was going to sculpt it, I go, "You see that Pusshead thing right there?" I go, "I want it to look like that."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, Pusshead." He goes, "We'll make it really big." And I was like, "No, I think it's like a brain." He goes, "Yeah, but we'll make it really big." I'm like, "Yeah, we'll make it really big."
Yes.
That's why we made it really huge coming out of her head. It was way better.
Yeah,
for sure.
Mikey Rotella, I mean, he's so talented, and like he was the perfect sculptor to sculpt that brain creature for us.
It looked fucking awesome, man. The teeth, the eyes, the whole all the tendrils, and like just the whole. Yeah, that was another. I wanted to mention that, like the scene, right? So like the Bruce Banner moment, right, of like turning into this the thing, you know what I mean, with like the sinews like across the eye and like and like hallucination. It's cocaine. It's got to be cocaine.
Yeah,
like,
it's the coke, isn't it?
It's like this is like. Just even like you said earlier, like even just a 2-second thing, but like I know like you had something built out for that half a second, like
it was right. I mean, it was the brain creature inside with silicone sinew stretched over it.
Yeah.
And Zach the DP took a really really extreme close up of a really ECU and with some great sound and.
Yeah, I loved it.
Editing and
that was Graham that put it in that area though. He put it right there as a flash of it. Originally
wasn't supposed to do that. That's right. And that was Graham putting those flashes in a lot prior to just then when we see it.
In the script, everything went black light. That's what we wanted to do. Everything was going to be black.
That's right. I forgot about that. So the creatures POV. Yeah. Everything's black light. And then we, of course, didn't have the time or the money because then we'd have to have everything black light with black light paint. The girls with the black light makeup and this and that. And then not only that, you have to get really big black lights. So it shows up on a RE camera. And so I forgot about the black light. Shit.
Yeah, so we ended up doing this rainbow kind of vision.
Love it. That's a good...
And that was all Graham and Zach that came up with that.
Yeah, well, that's a good decision on that, like, because it really like juxtaposed the IRL to like her IRL. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Point of views where they're just like, "You all right, man?" No, I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? A lot of people.
We're gonna get you to the hospital. Her whole fucking head split open. Like, I think you might need more than a hospital.
Yeah.
But those kind of cheesy lines like work,
Oh no, it was like it was like, okay, you're gonna get a turn to get your one-liner, and you're gonna get your turn, like. Like
yes, all those cheesy 80s one-liners. Yep.
It was cool. And then like it was kind of like there was the moment when like the monster like makes its whole way out, but it's still like using the body in like this pose, like, you know, like attack mode, I guess, you know, and it's like up and over. It's like body horror, like the whole setup, you know, and it was like I know it's 9 minutes, but there's so much shit. Like we could talk.
That was
dissect,
the idea, is to bombard you in 9 minutes.
Yeah, that is what we wanted to do. We just, you know, like have really cool shit in there for people to dig on. Yeah. So
there was actually a different ending too.
Oh my gosh, really? That's right. Absolutely.
All right.
The girls, when they shot it, it was on our last day. Because the lines are kind of cheesy, you know. It's like, you know, we got to get the fuck out of here and never order from that pizza place ever again. Okay? But they played it so serious. And it was like this hand-grabbing moment, you know. But at that time shooting it, you know, you're not thinking about editing. And then if I remember correctly, I think it might have been Nick Voitis. He's the brother of...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Jump in.
Am I jumping?
The idea, no, I'm just saying, like the idea was at the end you see Tracy and her eye starts twitching and she hears everything muffled.
Like Margot. So then you know it's going to be carried on.
You know, there was a studio ending.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like those. Have you seen those memes going around, like the little reels where they're like when the bad guy at the end of the movie, like, you know, and it's like they look like they're dead, and then it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Yeah, but it all worked out good. It's way cooler than
I forgot about the eye twitch too.
Yeah, so like there was a lot of stuff that was kind of like, you know, we had such huge plans. They were so huge that you got something really good for 8 minutes, because if you would have got what we were thinking, it would have been at least a 15-20 minute short.
Yeah, she was supposed to like lift up and levitate, and
oh wow,
we didn't have time.
All right, damn. So if you had time, like, so yeah, I think there is.
Would it have still had the same impact if it was 15-20 minutes? Like they did so much,
bro. They gave so much like
in the 9
practical effect goodness that, like, you know, I think with that she just said that it would have levitated, bro, and with that,
I know,
fucking like
remember in the tentacles were gonna go up onto the ceiling, like from the brain creature, they were gonna go whoop, and go up on the ceiling, and then that was gonna like lift her up. And then all these glass shards were gonna go at the girls.
All right.
You got one glass shard going, and
they're saying there's features, man. We might see that scene. Not specifically
special
to Margot, but you know.
And that was all Graham doing the
like
levitating.
3 hours long.
That was Graham's idea for the levitating and the brains going up to the ceiling.
Well, that's the idea, is like if we go to do a movie, we want to try and keep the same intensity.
Yes.
So that when you get out of there, you're like all messed up.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know what the hell I just watched.
Yeah, like what the fuck did I just watch? But fuck, I had so much fun watching it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I hate to cut things short. Well, it's not short, but we do have to wrap things up. Yeah. So
thank you guys for having us on.
I'm talking to you guys.
We gotta keep I'm gonna slide in the DMs. We're gonna keep this going at some, you know, and come back when you know, you guys are
we need
expanding.
the followers.
Yeah, and Tony, you too.
Yeah, definitely.
TikTok. I mean, I know like we don't post enough, and we are going to get there. TikTok is a bizarre place.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what people want. Like, yes.
Yeah. TikTok. Yeah. I don't. Tony's cracked the code.
Yeah.
Like, I post little, you know, because I do like little micro shorts, and I post them. And then like some do okay, you know, for me, like I'm like, oh dude, fucking 300 people saw it. I'm like, that's sick.
That's
you
awesome.
know what I mean? And like, you know, but like, yeah, it's, and then you post some, and you know, you're thinking you're gonna like, I'm like, oh dude, we're about to go viral. And then it's like 60 people saw it. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, maybe they didn't like it, but maybe it was something I did.
Yeah, I know. It's such a bizarre thing. But we're gonna.
But the algorithm is very hungry.
Yeah, we went viral in Japan and India.
Wow,
That says
that's
something.
cool.
Yeah, apparently, like on on X in Japan too, because it's going to be playing in some Japanese film festivals, and like South by Southwest reached out to us, and
That's
it
awesome.
played at the one in Sydney, and it's in Film Quest at the end of this month,
That's
and
good.
starting
That's a
this
good one.
Friday, it's actually going to be on Bloody Bites and on Screambox.
Hell yeah.
So it's like one of the episodes, and I think the first one is on the 25th. And
All
they'll
right.
and then it's also streaming. You know how we have Shutter here in France and Spain is Shadows, and they
Oh,
reached out to us, so it's going to be over there for 3 years.
dude, you guys are. As long as you show up for yourself, that's that's it, man.
Yeah.
Because like I
That's
said, like
right.
the work, what you guys put together here, and then with your experience, that I think we mentioned some of the stuff, and like, but I think there's more to scratch, with like
Oh
the
yeah.
experience that you guys are what you're bringing to the table, and like as long as like you said, you continue building out, and you get with like-minded individuals and just keep rocking. I think you guys you'll see the
Yeah.
the people come in and start supporting you guys.
I think so
It's going to be
too.
no time. It's going to be in no
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean,
It really is.
we're pretty new still, so like, we just give us a little bit of time. We're gonna deliver some crazy stuff. And,
Yeah.
and you know,
We really appreciate the support.
yeah,
Yeah,
We're
no
giving
doubt.
support, and we're giving that support right back to you, because I mean that's what it's about. You want people to grow, and you guys
Yeah,
go
like
together, right? I mean, especially like-minded people.
and
Yeah.
buy flamethrowers.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot these
Real
guys are gonna have some flamethrowers for that ass coming soon.
Yeah.
But like that's the
that's
thing,
right.
like
You got one on your shirt.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing, like like myself, I'm trying to step into, more creative output. Like I've been talking, Kevin knows how long I've been like talking about making something, and it's just like, you kind of get in your own way sometimes, and like all this kind of
Yes,
stuff.
you
So
will.
I've started like, trying with Michael Shorts, and then like Kevin's been after me, and like I'm having like more serious conversations of like stepping into, with my writing partner and Kevin helping, and some
That's
other
great.
friends,
Yeah,
Listen.
so it's so like seeing you guys like doing stuff like this, and like the guys from the Terrifier guys with Levy and Leone, like it like it emboldens me more. You know what I
Good.
mean? So
Good. Do it, because you guys live in the same city, right?
me and Kevin do, but yeah,
same
he's
state. It's like an hour away.
Okay, got
Easy
it.
enough drive.
Well,
Easy enough drive.
Exactly, and an hour's not that far.
well,
You guys do it. Create cool shit.
let me tell you, you guys are what, in your 20s, 30s?
I'm 40.
You're 40.
Oh my
40.
God.
I'm
You
gonna be
look great for
40.
40.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
gonna be 49 on the November
No.
10th.
No,
You're
she
gonna
said no.
49?
Yeah.
No way. You guys don't look your age at all. It's great.
I
Stay
have
up.
I have a young soul. I'm always like
Yes.
Yeah.
trying
Yes.
to fuck
I
around.
don't have a young soul. I just don't
then you
have any
got-
kids.
Then you got no excuses.
That's me. I don't
Yeah.
have the kids either.
That's-
I'll be
that's-
young the
that's
rest of my life.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
the
That's my trick.
that's
Yep,
what we
me
said.
too.
Like, yeah, I gotta stop with like, what about this? I'm like that. And like, so I'm gonna
Hey
try to
man,
get something going.
Do it.
With
Do
the-
it. You can do it. Trust me. You guys can do it. If we can do it, you can do it.
yeah. If you need creatures, call us.
Yeah,
Oh.
right. If you need something,
like,
or even just
okay.
whatever, talk, like seriously,
Yeah.
call us up.
Oh, that
You
would be
make that Mothman movie you want to make.
amazing.
Yeah, I love Mothman,
Yeah, that's a
Say.
good one.
but like it needs to be like a really creepy, scary Mothman.
Yeah. I have some. Yeah, we'll talk. I'll bend your ear. You telling me I can bend your ears? Or
Yeah, you can bend our ears.
Yeah.
We love
Awesome.
it for real.
All right. Cool.
So,
It's good
Tony,
to-
that unknown guy, unknown person is asking you to put him on. I don't know
Yeah,
if you know
put
him.
'em on.
I'm
Put
assuming
us
you know him
on.
from TikTok.
Oh, put him on
Put
your
him
show.
on the show.
On
Yeah.
the
Oh,
show.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you know him from TikTok. But where is the best place for people to follow you guys for the most consistent updates on stuff? Is it the Instagram?
I would say right now Instagram. I mean, yes, and we're going to eventually then be more out on TikTok and X, but right now Instagram.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's
Instagram's our lifeline to people.
Yeah, so you can like DM us.
that's
whatever.
Gorgasma _official.
That's us.
Yeah.
The Saw Blade G.
Yeah.
Okay. He corrected me. He said, no, he put me onto the movie. So Tony put him onto the short. Now he's laughing at me. I apologize, unknown.
Kevin, you're the worst, Kevin.
Thanks,
totally
unknown.
the
I hope you did. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I am. Like, I have the worst pin. I am the worst. You're right. I'm the worst. Saying that John Ranella saying Pizza Panic Party was pretty good. It was kind of like Malignant.
I know people say that.
But I didn't like Malignant.
But see, Malignant just went like this, like, and
then,
and then they walked.
Malignant was obviously just a mask stapled to the back of a wig.
It reminded me of
back of the head.
It reminded me of Little Monsters. What was his name? But the boy.
The boy.
Yeah.
It was like
I wasn't a fan of Malignant, but I liked Pizza Panic Party. So just saying.
Thanks, you guys.
Angel. You wanted to explain what we're doing next week?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be streaming live on Block of Horror. They're gonna be launching their new virtual world theater. They're gonna have a bunch of stuff, so we're gonna be live streaming, through YouTube. Obviously, the same things, but we're gonna do a soft launch over there with them. So it'll be the
it's gonna
first.
look like a theater and everything.
Yeah. So there, you can sign on. You go to blockofhorror.com, and then it's a web-based, like browser-based VR type of world where you'll be able to walk around.
Oh, that's cool.
And stuff.
Nice.
And will be the first live podcast type deal. But they're doing the weekend of the 26th and the 27th. They're doing their virtual Blocktoberfest short film festival. And
that's cool.
But yeah, go to blockofhorror.com and check it out, and we'll see you over there.
Yeah.
Nice.
On the
check
29th.
that out.
Yeah. And Angel, what about your links? Where can people follow you?
You can follow me at Chaos Manus, where I post random stuff, micro shorts and all that stuff. But you can check out That Strange Show, which is the podcast that I do with you, Ryan and Mandy. We talk a bunch of shit. I think we have our newest episode is up. I forgot what we covered. We Are Zombies. We Are Zombies.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, just catch me on the internet, fucking around.
The interwebs.
Yeah.
Tony.
On the interwebs.
Yeah.
You could find me at Tony Has Nine Fingers on YouTube, where I do movie reviews, unboxings, anything movie related. That was all gibberish.
I was gonna say movie reviews.
Slow down.
But anything movie related, you'll find me there. Tony Has Nine Fingers on X, which I don't use, but it's in my spiel. Tony Has Nine Fingers on TikTok, which is my fastest growing, my the one I go on the most. Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me. And of course here on the Wicked Horror Show, most Tuesdays, whether we have awesome guests or it's just horror movie talk, find us here for your horror movie knowledge.
Extravaganza. Yeah.
Kevin?
For myself, just a knuckle on Instagram. Besides doing this show with Tony, I also do That Strange Show with Angel, and the very, very rare occasion of the re-education of Nancy Ann Ritter, where we sit down with Nancy Ann Ritter from the original Scream and make her watch horror movies that she does not know anything about.
Yeah, she
had never seen The Shining. She had never seen The Shining.
Wow.
Did she like it? I don't remember.
Yes, she loved it. The only movie that she didn't love was Evil Dead 2. Was the only movie that she was like, it was too much.
God, how does she not love Evil Dead 2?
Mine's Evil Dead 2 slaps, but my jam is Army of Darkness.
Yeah. Mark works on Army of Darkness.
I
What?
I saw. I didn't want to
Well, yeah, you
fangirl
puppetry.
too much. I
You did
saw,
puppetry.
but
Yes.
The
What with the stop motion?
Yeah, I was into
Yeah.
stop motion back then. So like I did a lot of the skeletons, digging up people, like the I made some of the skeletons and
When the deadite flies over the.
yeah, when the deadite grabs the girl, I
That's
made the deadite puppet for that. And then at one point they were gonna have a Ash spider puppet where when he's merged together, when he comes out of himself, he
Yeah.
falls back and he walks around like a spider.
Yeah.
So we made that, and then I was working at a company called Fantasy 2 back then.
Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that company is not around any longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
She thought Evil Dead 2 was too much, but there was another movie that's way crazier than Evil Dead 2 that she's like,
Dead
"No, I really
Alive.
liked it." Oh yeah, she thought Dead Alive was great.
Mental.
Yeah, see, that's interesting that she loved
Yeah.
Dead Alive and not
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2.
I
But
think it was because Peter Jackson's name is on Dead Alive.
got it. So that was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
I'm like,
funny.
okay. Yeah. But it's weird because her boyfriend is Tony Moran, and like she hasn't seen most of these movies, and I'm sure he's just like, "You're crazy. Why haven't you seen any of these movies?" But
Yeah,
whatever.
I know.
Yeah, but yeah, if you look up Re-Education of Nancy Ann Ritter, you'll find episodes. Yeah, and other than that, thank you very much for our guests for coming on, and
Yes.
Hey, thanks for having us on.
Guys, thanks
Yeah.
so much for having us. Tony, I'm so glad that you reached out. This was a
Mhm.
lot of fun.
Awesome.
Thank you for coming
Yeah.
on for sure.
Yeah. Glad to have met you guys, and can't wait to see what you guys continue smashing. So
Yeah.
Thanks, and same with you guys too, man.
Yeah,
All right, everyone have a
tune in.
great
We're
night.
tuning in often.
Yeah,
All
right.
we're gonna follow
Sounds
you
good.
guys too. Thank you
Awesome.
guys.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank
Everyone
Have
have
a
a good
great
night. Okay?
Halloween too.
Yeah, have
Yes,
a good
you too.
Halloween.
Right.
Don't eat too much candy, but do have
I'm
Yeah,
fun.
that's
gonna.
right.
I'm gonna. Yeah. All right.
I'm
have a good
gonna
night.
too, till I get a
All right.
belly.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Bye guys.
We'll see ya.
Rock and roll.
Let it.
Bye.